Very excited for our next guest. It is Simone, and she is the self esteem doctor. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I am amazing. Thank you so much.
So, this is very exciting because I was reading all of your background, and it seems to me that this has been a calling of yours since you were a little girl.
Yes, indeed. Since I was like five.
You've always wanted to help people, you've always been philanthropic, you've always been a caring individual, and now for the last 6 years, you've been the self esteem doctor. How did that journey begin for you?
Interestingly enough, it began teaching in the classroom and just seeing that self esteem kind of popped up in every topic, in every realm of everything. I also spent a little bit of time doing some modeling, and you would think that the confidence there would be like through the roof. And I found out it really wasn't. Self esteem issues were rampant there too. And slowly, just my love of teaching, my love of kids, and putting that together and understanding how the mind works brought me to this place of, you know what, there's more we can do to really build self esteem.
And especially in
Yeah.
the modeling world, like you said, you would think that they would have so much confidence, but a lot of times they don't. They're like, "Oh no, I've got more than a pinch to inch, or what an inch to pinch." It's all about
Believe me.
body and trying to help them have that self-esteem, so that knowing that a lot of who they are on the inside matters
Mm.
most.
Oh, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. That's it.
So some of the things you do, you work a little differently. You have group classes, you have one-on-ones, you have workshops. I think there's cooking, there's coaching, there's all types of things.
Oh,
Well, maybe
I
not
try to
cooking.
cover, well, maybe not cooking, maybe not cooking, but I definitely try to cover as many different angles as possible to help as many people as possible, right? So if we can teach people the how, that's like my buzzword. How do you raise self-esteem? How does this all work? Like, how can I apply this to me? So when I can have a group coaching class to show the how, or a one-on-one coaching to show the how, it's just let's make sure people understand how self-esteem works. Yeah.
Okay, so pretend like I am 12. Okay,
Okay.
so the 12-year-old Donna. So
Yes.
I come to you and I say, "Hello, I'm here for my first session." How does the process begin for someone?
Oh, for sure. So it's very unique. It depends on how this actual child is approaching me. Because sometimes I get like I don't know why my mom made me come here. And then sometimes I get the, hi, like, let's do this. I'm ready. So depending on that, we start to build some relationship, try to get a little warmth. Maybe I'll say something that's silly or funny, or I'm like, spill the tea, honey. Like, what's the drama? And they'll be like, what do you know about that? And then we just kind of warm it up. And then when it comes to the actual time to teach and talk about coaching, it's really just letting them know, listen, you can do this and we're going to make it simple. We're talking about tiny little shifts that you didn't even think were a thing that can literally change how you are processing, how you feel, how you act. And I really started really just case by case, super individualized.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And nowadays, like now, what's happening in the world, I think everybody needs a little self esteem help, right? I mean, even all the children going to school and they're wearing masks and things where before they might have their smile or another way of communicating
Wow.
or interacting, and they have to be socially distanced. You can't hold hands in the high schools, at least not where we are. So,
Right.
what are you recommending now for people that are doing that hybrid type of schooling where they're sometimes they're at home and sometimes they're at school, and so maybe what made them shine, they're not able to really do right now?
Right. I think a lot of that has to do with helping the kids to appreciate a different part of themselves, right? Sometimes we get so used to leaning on that part of me or that part of me. I'm the smart one. I'm the one with the gorgeous smile. I'm the social one. And trying to help them to redefine on something more personal, that's internal, that's fueled inside, while at the same time being honest and recognizing this is different and this is not that much fun. I'm not trying to pretend like, oh, this is the best ever. We want to be honest and let the kids know we see you, we know this is tough, but there's some ways that you can kind of reframe, right? So a lot of the work I'm doing these days is how can we help you see this in a different way? How can we help you to see the other sides of this, right? There's good happening, there's bad happening. Seems to be more bad than good these days with certain things. But if we can help to highlight and teach the kids how to put that spotlight on some of the more positive things and their own more positive skills, they can bring those tools into the classroom, into the Zoom online, classroom platforms, as well as in the actual campus, on campus.
Do you have a former student that comes to mind since you've been doing this for 6 years, like somebody you might have helped when they were 12 and now they're just glowing? They're 18 and they're like coming to their own?
Oh my goodness, yes. And sometimes it's even faster than that. One student that jumps into mind right away is she was a little bit younger and really was not, when she would go to a play date, would just not interact, would just stand by mom and like, I'm not going in there. I don't know these people, kind of a fear, right, would come over her. And so when we met in session, I found out what her love was. I found out that she liked to read books. And so we used her writing a book about herself, and we incorporated self-talk and we incorporated mindset, and it was just this fun book that she really held close and near to her heart. And you wouldn't believe, but it was probably within a week of us completing that session, that she went to a play date and just ran off and left mom, and mom was like, what did you do to my kid? I'm like, I helped her to see things from a different perspective, and so she could behave differently. And I love hearing stories like that from my parents and from the families. It's amazing.
Congratulations to you. It sounds
Thank
like it's a
you.
fabulous journey. And I wish you all the best in your continued success. And
Thank
this
you.
is important to me because we're trying to have guests on that can really make a difference in the world. And you've been doing such a great job at it. So I thank you so much for calling in with us today. And so people could find out more. They can go to your website. You can help people globally, right?
Yes.
Because you're able to interact with them on the computer as well.
Yes, that's a really important part, and I thank you for bringing that up. The academy that we have, it's an online academy, and people are able to log on from anywhere in the world to take pre-recorded classes or even some live coaching classes with me to make sure that we really incorporate everything that they need for the self-esteem journey.
And wait, before we go, I have one question. Is there anybody in particular that comes to mind when I say to you, who was your mentor, Simone?
Oh my goodness, I have a list. I would probably start somewhere with Joe Dispenza, Florence Scovel Shinn, Oprah, Michelle Obama. I've got a list. I'm like, how long do you have?
Okay, for your particular list, they should just send you an email, I guess, and you'll send them people that inspire you. Thank you so much for joining us. It was good to see you.
Of course, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Donna. Have a great one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.